Good afternoon, Indians, and welcome back to our fourth episode of the Tribe Scoop. Today, we will be talking about our previous and upcoming week and also some more informative stuff later on. But make sure to stay until the end to hear the bloopers we made along the road in making this podcast. So grab some popcorn, sit back, and enjoy the show.
We would like to start off by giving you guys a recap of the past week, which was SPIA week. On Monday and Tuesday, the Indians played against Mineola at the Dodge City United Wireless Arena, with the Lady Indians playing on Monday and the Indians playing on Tuesday, and both teams unfortunately losing. Wednesday, we had a break from athletics, but FCCLA had district star events running, and the results were Hannah, Clayton, and Liam all made it to state individually, and with Melissa and Harley, Jasmine and Emily, Brooke and Caitlin as pairs will also be attending state FCCLA. Then Thursday, the Lady Indians went to go fight through a game against the Pawnee Heights Tigers, yet we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. And Friday, the Indians fought for the last game of the week against the Pawnee Heights Tigers and took the big victory. Lastly, on Saturday, there was the SPIA League cheer performance where the cheerleaders had a fun night cheering and watching the rest of the league dances.
All right, now enough about the past. We got a special guest on this week's show, Morgan.
Hi.
And we are going to ask her some questions that we've been wondering about her basketball seasons and some other questions. So first up, what are your after go-to games, like food and snacks?
So for volleyball, it was mostly just like a popcorn and a diet soda kind of because of the concessions. But like for softball, since we go home, if it's an away game, they provide us like food and everything. But once I go home, it's kind of usually just like, honestly, whatever's left over in the fridge. Like, we have a lot of leftovers sometimes, so it's like I just choose from there. But, I mean, I don't know.
What about like your energy drinks? I know you're into energy drinks.
I like the Alani's a lot, but it's not at our gas station. But when I see them, I get some. But from our gas station, I usually get like the Celsius. Usually the watermelon, my favorite.
Okay.
No Red Bull?
It depends on the Red Bull.
And do you have like any superstitions or like anything you do like pre-game to like get you in the right mindset, or you know?
For superstitions, I would definitely say my hairstyle. Every single, like, for volleyball, it was always bubble braids. Like, I always would ask Yahira to do it because, shout out to her, she does them, like, really good. And then for softball, it's usually, like, some sort of braid incorporated with something, so.
Yeah, every time I see you playing, you always rocking the braids.
Yep.
So in volleyball, what is something you guys did well together, like teamwork-wise?
I would say I feel like we communicated well, like, even though sometimes on the court it didn't look like that, but, like, every time in the huddle we would be like, okay, this is what we did, and we'll get it next time and regroup and everything.
And, yeah. Okay, I got another question. Like, say that you were in baseball, right, and then you hit a home run, and the crowd goes wild. How does it feel? Or, like, when you shoot a three-pointer in basketball, or, like, when you shoot, like, you, like, slap a ball.
A spike?
A spike
Yeah.
in volleyball.
It's definitely different in every sport, I feel like. For volleyball, it was more like you could just feel when it would be a good spike. Like, through the hit, you would just get that, like, man, that was good. And then everyone would cheer you on, and, like, it was kind of, that was done and over with. And then I actually didn't play basketball. I didn't play basketball this year, but, I mean, I didn't really shoot much last year, but when I did make it, it was like, heck yeah, I made it because I was very
Yeah, see, even if you're down in a game, it brings you up.
Yeah. And then for softball, for my past home runs, I would definitely be like, you could feel it too, like, come off the bat, because you know how, like, if you hit it on the closer to the butt of the bat, it would just feel like not good. And if you hit it just right, you're like, okay, that's a very good hit. And then, like, once it goes over the fence, I don't really watch it, but I could tell if it does just by the crowd, because usually the crowd's like, whoa, like,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it just feels really good, especially since in softball, all the girls from the dugout would come to home base and you would just like celebrate and everything. And then it would just keep going, and usually it would start a chain of different. Yeah.
So how do you feel about going to Friends?
I'm very excited, but also very nervous. Not really because of like meeting new people. I just want to make it worth my time, I guess you would say. But I'm very excited. I met the team not too long ago, and everyone's really nice there. And I feel like it's a good fit. So
That's good.
Yeah, and like you were saying about the softball, like home runs,
mhm.
like throughout my whole baseball like career in high school, I've only hit the ball like 3 or 4 times.
Hey, that's okay. There's like always room for improvement. Like it's
No,
okay.
Yeah, I was the JV demon.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Like
It was-
people come from different levels, and it's okay. Like maybe this year you're playing baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this year you'll be like varsity demon.
Varsity?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. We'll see.
You gotta have that confidence.
Yeah.
Is there a certain game or memory that you remember?
The very first high school season home run, I got 2 home runs in a row, like at bat. So it was my first time playing on varsity, and I remember I was the second batter in the lineup. And Abby's she first at bat, first like inning of the game and everything, she hit a home run. And I'm like, okay, let's get it started, because like it obviously was like, it's going to be good. So when I went up there, it was, I want to say it was like 2-2 count. So it was kind of like third strike. So then I was like, okay, it looks like a good pitch. And then it was just a home run, and it felt really good because it was 2 home runs in a row. So then it carried. And then for high school, it's a double header. So like you have 2 games in a row, I guess you could say. And then the same thing happened for me is when I went up to bat, then I hit another home run. And it was off of 2 different bats, so I'm like, okay, like this season's gonna be good and everything. So
Like it's
it
not
just-
the bat, it's the player.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, okay, it's not just the bat, it's also me and everything, and it just felt good because I feel like I have put in a lot of work throughout the softball career. So
And you
How lo-
have.
How long have you been playing softball?
I would say since T-ball.
Really?
T-ball, DP, and then rec ball, coach pitch, and then once I finally got old enough, I just played on rec teams and then went up to high school. And then it was my freshman year of high school, that's when I got asked to play on like a travel team. So then I was like, okay, I'll go try it out, and I ended up really liking it, and ever since I've been playing travel ball also.
Are you like one of those people who like chew on like bags of sunflower seeds in the dugouts, or are you just like a gum type of gal?
I'm actually uncommon, I guess you could say, because most of my teammates definitely like sunflower seeds over gum. But it it sounds weird, but when I'm chewing on sunflower seeds, I'm not really focused on the game because I'm like, man, the
You're
seed
fo-
won't come out of the sunflower seed. So then I'm like more focused on that. But usually when I'm chewing gum, like same thing in school, it helps me focus more. So like in the outfield, I'll be chewing gum, but certain dugouts actually don't let you have sunflower seeds. So it's like anywhere I could chew gum. So it's like
What type of gum?
usually for high school, coach brings a big like bucket of the double bubble one.
Yeah.
So I always chew on that, or if it's in travel ball, I usually either get big league if I want like a certain flavor. But if I'm just like, okay, I just want gum, usually it's like spearmint or polarized from the extra.
How do you expect college to be different? Like,
I definitely feel like it's gonna be way more laid back because you're not gonna have to go to very many classes, because From what I've learned and when I talked to the like admissions person there, I'm going to be a second semester freshman because of how many credits I already have. So it's definitely going to be a little more like laid back. But since I'm doing softball, we have weights and practices throughout the day, so it's definitely going to be like class, then you go to weights, and then you go back to class or work or something, then you have practice. And then from what she told me is like they usually have team dinners and stuff. But during the winter, it's definitely going to be way, way more laid back because then we don't have any games, so we don't have to like practice. We'll just do weights and stuff more often. But
You think you'll be able to adjust fine?
I think I can. I feel like I could adjust pretty easily. Like the first couple of weeks, it's going to be like, I don't really know. But once I get in like the hang of it, I feel like I'm going to enjoy it a lot.
That's good.
So then going over that, so then what's your pregame or after game snack for baseball?
To be honest, anything. Because baseball is one of those sports where it's like, you're only going to be like exploding with energy like for like a quick second, for like a quick minute.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when we have home games, I give my mom money and she usually brings me like chicken wraps from the popular, like a bunch of burritos.
Yeah, so if I just pulled up with like a asada torta or something and just handed it you in the dugout, would you just like be munching in there or something?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, I would eat it, but I have to hide it, from the dirt and from the coaches.
Yeah, Deucine tax.
Yeah. No, but my favorite part was when Alexis Macias' mom would bring us burritos, those bean and cheese ones. I don't know what she would do to it, but it would be so good. And we'll be fighting each other for burritos. It was the best.
So it would be kind of like us with the pumpkin bread. We always would like go in there
Yeah.
and try to hide it, but I swear they always would find it.
What?
So what's
Tell
like
me about the pumpkin bread.
our coach Alexander Marshall's mom?
Uh-huh.
When she was the coach, she always would bring like a chocolate chip pumpkin bread, and it's like the best. It's like the perfect consistency and everything. It's just so good.
Thank you so much, Morgan, for being here on this interview and answering some of our questions that me and Nana made up. And
It was me too.
well, yeah. Again, we like to say thank you, and hopefully you can come back on this podcast. And don't forget to recommend some other people
I
to
will
join the podcast.
Yes, I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and I will definitely recommend other people and be like, hey, you need to come on the podcast and stuff.
Make it sound really great.
Yeah,
Which it is.
yeah.
Ice cream is included. Okay, guys, it's time for the scoop of the week. So this week we are having Blue Bunny Cherry Chocolate Chunk. And we have Morgan here to rate it with us.
Lala recommended it.
Okay.
But salute. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Right? It's
Okay.
good ice cream, huh?
Honestly, I thought I wasn't going to like it. It's pretty good, though. I like it.
Like, not in a bad way, but you know, like the Queen Anne cherries where it's like it's cherry and then it has like the sauce or juice or whatever, then it's like covered in chocolate.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The one that
The-
Cassidy likes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what this reminds me of.
it does, huh?
Exactly like that. Reminds me of my grandma. She loves those too. Not in a bad way.
On a scale of 1 to 10, would you rate it, Morgan?
I mean, I have my personal favorites, but it's a 8.4. I like ice cream a lot, so it's like...
What about you, Lalo?
I think it's a 10. Good 10.
So it's not like 100 out of 10?
No. What about you, Anna?
I rate it like a 7. It's not the best, but it's pretty good.
So, what is the best in your opinion?
The one with caramel and like, it's also Blue Bunny. It has chocolate bunnies with it. It's at the store. You guys should try it. It's really good.
The caramel one with bunnies in it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it... It's not Rocky Road. It's like Bunny Beach Trail or something. Like, I know it.
I don't know, but it's really good.
All right, now to move on to our next segment. This week's joke.
He hasn't even told the
I
joke.
haven't even told the joke. So Morgan, why did the golfer wear 2 pants at the golf tournament?
To partake. Just kidding. I don't know.
Because he thought he had a hole in one.
Thank you guys for listening and tuning in on this week's podcast. Make sure to tune in next week to find out what's the scoop of the week.
I'm Lalo, and see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
All right, well, thank you guys all so much for listening to our podcast and making it this far. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the bloopers we made along the road, and yeah, here they are. Smooth criminal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good.
For like the fifth take.
6.
We would like to start off by giving a...
Is it because my hoodie's on?
Wear your favorite underwear or something.
I don't wear underwear.
Lalo.
I'm telling my mom.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yo, these are all corny. Never mind.
Well,
Okay.
14 minutes, people. 14 minutes. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Exactly,
Let's
so
get it.
hurry up. What am I here for?
here's the. And